Well, howdy. This is comedian LW, and today I want to talk to you about a very, very important subject. And if I had a title, it would be Biden Shoots Trump. And you know what? He couldn't even be prosecuted for it because the Supreme Court said he's immune. Can you believe that? Now, if I was Biden, I would kind of start throwing that out. Say, hey, Trump, I'm in charge and I can do whatever I want and I'm immune. And not only am I coming after you, but I think there's a couple of them Supreme Court justices that are as crooked as can be. I mean, they're taking millions of dollars. Oh, I tell you, in my opinion, they're taking bribes. But I would let the word out, hey, I can come after you and you can't do a thing about it. Now, I want you to think about what I just said. Isn't that the most stupidest thing you ever heard of? How can you give someone immunity from committing a crime? I don't care if they are Supreme Court justices. They've got their head somewhere else and it ain't on the top of their head. How can you even think of that? My goodness, I tell you, our founding fathers, if they heard what they were doing, would probably come out with their canes and hatchets and start after them and take them out and tar and feather them and say, you got to be kidding. I remember, this is years ago, 7th President of the United States, Andrew Jackson. He didn't like a ruling that John Marshall had made. He was the Chief Justice at the time. And they often say in history, he said, oh, he made his bed, now let him try to enforce his law. Andrew Jackson didn't even say that. He might have hinted kind of close to it. But you know what? He just ignored the ruling of the Supreme Court because the court has no power to do anything. But you know what? Months had passed and Andrew Jackson, our 7th president, came back and he made a statement stating that we're a land and nation of laws. And even if we disagree, we must abide by those laws. Now I want you to think for a second. Supreme Court just ruled that whoever president can do what they want. If they want to poison you, if they want to have you shot, they can do it without immunity. Now, I think they're going to have to pass some amendments or something to get this in its right perspective, because you and I, we know in simple common sense that's wrong. Absolutely wrong. And how they can even smile when they're saying it, I don't know. But I just wanted to share that with you. This is LW saying until we meet again, so long.